Good morning. Thank you all for attending our Taishoji Sunday services. We're going to start with the starting bell. Deacon Turbo.
I'll ring a bell. So I for the time, so I can't read it. So I just approximate.
Starting bell, please. If you're able, please rise for the entering of the minister. You may be seated. Reverend Hata is going to lead us in a short zazen session.
We will have zazen for 1 minute. Please put your hand together in gasho and bow. Thank you very much.
Sampai, please bow 3 times to Buddha with the minister. If you can all rise for Vandana Tisarana. For those at home, it's on page 17, otherwise it's on the board. Thank you. You may be seated. Next we'll have Heart of Great Perfect Wisdom. When the deacon and the sensei starts chanting, we'll have our offering of incense. We'll start with Yoko. Please come up, do your incense. Everybody, families can walk together. Everybody else, keep your distance. Then if you can walk around, come this way, walk around to get to your, back to your seat.
Great
We live all
going to do the Japanese version. It'll be on the board for us here and on page 32. We're going to recite the golden chain. It'll be on the board and on page 251.
I am a link in
Lord Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing, and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that what I do now affects my life and the lives of others.
May
every link in Lord Buddha's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace.
Thank you. Then we'll go on to the pledge. The pledge is on page 252.
To the Buddha, who promised to be present in his teachings, we pledge our loyalty and devotion. We dedicate our thoughts, words, and deeds to his service, and to the way of life he laid down for us. We resolve to follow his example and to have reverence for our religion, respect for our parents and teachers, and love for all forms of life.
Thank you. And then if we can all rise and turn to page 165 on the board for us for our morning gatha. It's morning gatha. We're going to be accompanied by the ukulele. You may be seated. Now we're going to have the Dharma message by Reverend Shinso Hata.
Good morning everyone. Aloha. おはようございます。
おはようございます。
It's February Normally we have a Taishoji New Year's party the first Sunday of February. So we cannot have it this year. I really miss talking with everyone, eating Ushinkai food, and enjoying bingo game. So the New Year's party is a great opportunity to deepen our bond. So although we cannot have a party this year, please think of other Taishoji members and support each other. So Buddha always watches over us. And this year, February 2nd is Setsubun. So February 2nd is Setsubun. Setsubun is the day to celebrate Rishun, so which means the start of spring. So in the old days, the Japanese New Year started on Rishun. So nowadays, being throwing festival is held in Japan to remove evil thoughts in our mind. And last year, we did the being throwing festival at Taishoji. So we really good time and enjoyed it. And I'd like to introduce to the special food of Setsubun. So it is ehomaki. So have you ever heard ehomaki? So ehomaki are a thick sushi roll. Eho means good luck direction. So ehomaki is believed to bring good fortune. So if eating while facing the ears eho, the good luck direction. So when we eat sushi, we normally cut it up into a few pieces to share, right? But we eat ehomaki without cutting it. The eating of ehomaki without cutting reflects the idea of forming good relationships. So my wife and I made ehomaki on February 2nd. So they are a traditional way to eat the ehomaki. So while we eat ehomaki, we must be silent, as in zazen. And we close our eyes and make a wish and face eho, the good luck direction. In 2021, the eho, the good luck direction is south-southeast, this way. So after my son went to bed, my wife and I ate the ehomaki, wishing for everyone's happiness this year, as in this picture. If you get tired to eating the regular sushi roll, so I recommend that you eat the thick sushi roll, like the ehomaki. And moving on, so today I'd like to talk about giving. So giving is called dana in Sanskrit, which means voluntary giving of material, energy, or wisdom to others. So these characters are called fuse, so fuse in Japanese. The character of fu means cloth, and the other character means to give. Fuse originally came from the story in which a poor person gave a dirty cloth to a monk in return for the monk's sermon. So since the poor person didn't have money and any kind of food, and the monk sold his robe, so using a dirty cloth, without wasting it. So there are various ways to giving. So for example, you give a gift to your family or friend, or you donate some food to the food basket or Salvation Army. I will try to convey to you the importance of giving. So you are giving your time to me, to listening to my sermon. So this is also giving too. In our daily life, we have the opportunity to give in many situations. However, we have to consider how we feel when we give something to others. So Buddha and Dogen Zenji emphasized that the giving is non-attachment. The giving is non-attachment. So there is a brief story which I'd like to share with all of you today. So about 2,600 years ago, there was a disciple of Buddha called Shariputra. So one day, Shariputra received a lot of food from people in town since he gave a sermon to them. After he went home, he felt that it was a shame to eat it all by himself. Shariputra decided to give the meal to Buddha. So since Shariputra knew the importance of giving and respected Buddha, Shariputra went to Buddha and he said, I came here to give this food to Lord Buddha. Buddha said, thank you very much for bringing this food. And Buddha accepted the food. Then Buddha gave the food to a dog beside him. Shariputra really surprised and said, why did Buddha give the food to the dog? I brought the food for Buddha. And Buddha said to Shariputra, which is a true practice of giving? Your behavior or my behavior? The giving is non-attachment. Non-attachment is to share things which you have with compassion, and even after you share the things, you should not think about wanting those things anymore. And finally, Shariputra realized his mistake and reflected on his behavior. So this is a story. So in this story, I thought that Buddha's behavior was a little mean. But Buddha wanted to teach Shariputra the importance of giving. So giving is non-attachment. At first, so Shariputra wasn't attached to the food. So Shariputra could give the food to Buddha with compassion. But since Shariputra intended to give the food to only Buddha, Shariputra was angry at Buddha's behavior. So if I were Shariputra, I might also be angry at Buddha too. However, Shariputra should not have been angry at Buddha because giving is non-attachment. The same thing applied in our daily life. So we tend to give something to only the person we like, or to give something expecting something in return. But if the person wanted what we gave or didn't do anything in return for our acting, so we might be angry or think that it was a waste. This is not the true practice of giving. So to give material, energy or wisdom to others freely, that is the true practice of giving. And in addition, so giving is to share all our happiness with others. So if we can please others, so their pleasure will make us more happy. So sharing happiness with others is a good way to make our life better. So let's cherish the practice of giving, who said, from now on. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Sensei. That was a nice message and it was so meaningful because a lot of times you give somebody something and they don't say thanks and you say, hey, wow, you know, we shouldn't. The Buddha doesn't want that. We give from our hearts and we forget that we gave. Thank you. Okay, if we can all rise, we're going to do Shomyo and Sampai.
Sakamuni